eat them. I let the kids eat them so that, you know, so that they have them. That's what happens when you become a mom and an assistant. All right. You don't get the berries. It's a metaphor. Okay. So let's kind of recap. So last month we talked a lot about the modifications and contraindications, and we are going to continue with that throughout the training. So each time that we meet, we will be doing practices, and you'll continue to get information about the physical aspects, because of course that's the very practical part, right? We need that to make sure that we keep pregnant women safe during our classes. So we'll continue with that. But I think that a great prenatal class is a lot more than just physical modifications. That we're really creating a safe space for women to prepare for this enormous change that they're about to embark upon. Now, some women who come to prenatal classes already have children, but I will tell you, just from teaching literally thousands of pregnant women, that about 90% of women who come to prenatal yoga classes, and it depends on where you're teaching and other factors, but generally speaking, are first-time moms. Guess what? So once they have a child, and you also have 60% of women going back into the workforce, it's very difficult to fit anything else in, right? So yes, we definitely get some women in classes that have children, but a lot of these women are making that huge archetypal leap from baby to mother, and they're coming to prenatal yoga class, and we're giving them the physical modifications, but where are they going to get the real preparation for this enormous journey that they're about to embark upon? And so in traditional culture, it was always female spiritual leaders who held space and helped women to prepare for that, but we've largely lost that in the modern world. And so, and as we have also seen birth go from midwifery to physician-assisted birth, you know, that has even furthered that loss, that gap. And it's not that I'm saying that's good or bad, it's just that it's a gap, right? And so I think that if you think of yourself as more than just an asana teacher, which I think yoga teachers are more than just asana teachers, that it is your rightful place to hold that space. It is female spiritual healers have always done that for thousands and thousands of years. So it is your sort of birthright to hold that space. I don't want you to think like, well, who am I? You know, you're a yoga teacher, and that's exactly what your role is as a prenatal yoga teacher. So today we're going to focus a lot on that. We're going to focus a lot more on just, you know, the physical aspects of yoga, but more of the energetic aspects of yoga, the mental and the emotional aspects of yoga, and the spiritual aspects of yoga. The thing about that is it's the hardest stuff to teach. It's like if you know, especially when you've been through a good teacher training, which, you know, all of you have been through, you know how to teach the poses. As you get more experience, you learn how to modify for all different types of people. And it's practical and it's pragmatic and it's important, but honestly, it's a lot easier than incorporating the other stuff, right? So sometimes we kind of get to the end of this weekend and you might feel like, okay, well that was cool or that was interesting, but how do I like use that in an actual class? How do I transmit that in an actual class? And that's what Module 3 is, right? So we will actually take what we've learned and incorporate it into classes. So we're going to start with just going over the 3 spheres. So again, my manual is just a little bit different than yours, but I don't think it's too different. And essentially, they are the you know, the 3 layers of self. So the body, mind, and soul. But if you turn the page and you see the koshas, right? The koshas, I mean, you could teach for the rest of your life just the koshas. Like if that's all that you taught, there's